welcome back to Secrets of the Stars, the show where we peer into the vast unknown and ask the questions that mainstream science dares not to touch. I am, as always, Paranormal Ripples, aka Ray, and tonight's episode is one that might just change the way we look at the sky forever. So, what if I told you that the night sky hasn't always looked the way it does now? This is episode 49. And this is the Phantom Stars. Did ancient astronomers see a different sky? So let me know what you guys think while I get on with the topics of this segment. First thing first, let's talk about how the mystery began for this one. Think back to ancient times when Michelangelo was around, the Babylonians, and all that. From the ziggurats of Babylon, there was desert observatories in ancient China as well, where people watched the stars. Like everyone's life depended on it. Like they were looking at it, and maybe, of course, they did, because back then they obviously they never had TVs. Nothing. The stars were the way that everyone was looking at their future shaping around. But they charted the heavens with obsessive passion, basically. Everything was charted. They charted the skies with like amazing detail. But buried in the records of those times, would you believe, while I was doing my research, are strange anomalies. Like stars and constellations that they described that don't exist anymore. Obviously, some have vanished over time, some have died out, others have not been discovered again by modern astronomers working for NASA and beyond. Was these errors that these like ancient civilizations translated? Was they errors when they written them down on their scribes or like tablets, or was the ancients just looking up at a different sky that we can't see today? Like, was the sky like clearer? Obviously, the sky was clearer because there's no city pollution. But was there like different stars in the sky that we obviously don't know about? So let's start, everyone, with the vanishing lights or the guest stars, as I like to call them. These were the sudden bright lights that were recorded across multiple cultures and that. They're appearing for days or even weeks. Like they faded into nothing. So basically, like, one of the first examples was the Chinese that they documented some eerie consistency, like supernovas, but they weren't at all. It's like one text I read from the 9th century, right, talked about burning eye in the sky that blinked for night on and off. Like, and even then, if you go to the Islamic golden age, astronomers described that there was a star near the constellation Orion that walked and whispered, then he just disappeared with a blink of an eye. No modern telescope, to our knowledge, has ever detected these stars. So what were they? Were they celestial like beings, like aliens? Were they interstellar beacons that we don't know about? Or was it something else completely that is beyond our comprehension now? Let me know what you guys think in the chat if you're watching live or in the comments. So, why can't modern telescopes pick up what they saw? Obviously, we'll get an argument. Oh yeah, it's probably because they died out. But yeah, obviously stars die out, and but if they were there in the first place, why never any evidence documenting it? You know?
Oh, darling, got enough drink.
Yeah, I'm just talking. Come off in about 5. Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. um, yeah. So was like the stars different to what we know now? And why ain't there no evidence of these stars apart from these ancient civilizations? Let me know what you think. Basically, the forgotten constellations, like if you look in the lost libraries of Alexandria, if you look deeper within, in the lost library of Alexandria in Egypt, Nineveh, records have shown, and Nineveh, if you don't know where Nineveh is, that's Babylon. Basically, records show us over time that star patterns that no longer match any of our known sky stars. Like obviously you'll see Orion, you'll see Sirius, but back then they had different. Like there was astronomers from the Babylonians that listed entire constellations that we don't longer recognize. Greeks, ancient Greeks, when Plato was around and all them, called some of these stars the hidden ones. So why would these formations just vanish like that? Did the stars physically move? Did our position in the night sky move like Earth? Or as the dimension, has there been a dimension shift or were we just shown into a brief, like, or we were shown something briefly, you know? Or were we just shown like a brief glimpse of something and we were like, that's it, you won't get seen anymore. This is what you're seeing, one and only. And then obviously there's whispers on, from people that read out the sky at a reset. A cosmic manipulation that has occurred from thousands of years ago, and it just like dropped between us and the part of the universe that we can't see anymore. So let me know what you think, everyone. But this is where I like it. Things are going to get speculative now. So let me know what you think here. Some say that the universe experienced the dimensional drift, right? You don't know what dimensional drift, right? Is that means that ancient people could have existed on a different dimensional plane to what we know and a wavelength. So basically, they were more in tune with the universe than what we are now, and they were basically shown more like, and because we ain't on that wavelength anymore, we don't get shown glimpses anymore because everyone's doing different things. I was suggested that, you know, others have said that sorry about that, mum just others have suggested that these ancient civilizations had non-physical sight, like third eye stuff, that turned these frequencies into stuff that they could see clearer with. Like, you know, when you're like a psychic, like for going on to paranormal, when you're a psychic, you have this third eye, don't you? And you can see rooms or visions of what an area used to be before it got changed. Like, say I was going into a castle, and you open your, and then they go, oh, we'll open our third eye, and you close their eyes for a minute. They'll see that castle when it was thriving, when there was knights around, when there was like a big table full of food, you know, that kind of thing. Was that what we had? And in the back in the day, is that what we had back in the day? Like some kind of third eye where we just could look up at the stars, with our eyes closed away, and then we could just see stuff in the sky and know, that's what's the name. That's serious. Do you know what I mean? Let me know what you think. Of course, like I said, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you're enjoying this, please. And also go check out all my other shows. Now, what did the ancient civilizations know? If ancient astronomers saw a different sky, have they left us warnings over time? Basically, they're saying that some people have said yes, that's why they've built temples, monuments, like aligning to the stars that we can no longer see in the night sky. Mayan observatories, however, are the most fascinating ones. They point to dark zones in the cosmos, and that, which is kind of crazy. Mayans, the same, we had the Mayan calendar for. Aborigines in Australia speak of singing stars that fled the Earth. So were these all part of mere myth? Or is it part of a forgotten truth that we don't no longer see or want to seek out anymore? So the stars may still be out there, but not all of them have been found or want to be found. Let me know what you think, everyone, because I'm not in rude. When you think of it from a scientific point of view, NASA have not seen all the stars. We want to get to that point where we want to know everything, see everything. So why can't we? You know, why can't we get to that point? You know, yeah, of course, some stars have died out, yes, and we've seen stars from billions of years ago get burnt up, and that's why we don't see them anymore. Or if we're looking at, because we're seeing stuff that's, to our knowledge, is still there, but they've been dead years and years. Yes, I'm not disagreeing with that argument, but why can't modern science tell us what was exactly there yet? And yet these ancient astronomers knew that there was stuff there. Like, you look at the Dogon tribe in Africa. They say that there's a third part to the Sirius star system. And yet they knew the Sirius star system before anyone pointed it in the night sky. So tell me what do you mean? What's going on here? Did these ancient tribes have a third eye? You know what I mean? So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think that's what I do with this quick episode for you all. So we give you some thinking to do tonight. Leave in the comments what you think and everything. I'd love to know what your opinions are. Thank you for joining me on mine and this celestial journey of ours into lost constellations, vanishing stars and lights, that deep mystery of phantom stars, all that and that. And if you're feeling a strange chill next time that you look up at the night sky, maybe you're sensing that there's something not right with the sky and that and there's a missing star or something's not right. Let me know. Subscribe to my Paranormal Ripples and which is my channel. Go and follow me on TikTok and that. And I'll be doing more talks and live streams. I'll be back on tomorrow. Share this episode, hit the bell. Like if you're trying to wake, so if you like these ancient talks. And as always, keep your eyes on the stars, keep your mind open, and let me know what you like. I said, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye, and don't forget to hit that like button. I want to see 5 likes. Bye, everyone.